Hey, this is Joel with Swoon Swagger. Welcome back. On this video, part 2 of my tutorial using Photomechanic, I have narrowed down my images to just 6 from my last mini portrait session. So I'll be showing you how I cull my images in Photomechanic and what I use color classes and the shortcuts I use to apply those different color classes. So coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of my post-production workflow. So this is just a quick overview, not a complete tutorial, and that one I will go over in another video. But this one is just part 2 of me choosing my favorites from a recent shoot using Photomechanic and then exporting them to Lightroom, and I do some edits and then I export it to Facebook or to all my social media platforms. So here we go. First, I choose a Photomechanic, which I went over just a little bit on my first video. So I've already selected like a bunch, just by roughly going over all the shots from the session and just roughly picking ones that I really like. And from here, I'll be narrowing it down to maybe 4 or 5 or maybe 6, 7 shots. And then I will be exporting them, editing them, and then I will put them in a collage. So let's just get to it. So this is my first shot actually, and yeah, I like this one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Actually, I like this one too. Alright, so I'm gonna choose one. Okay, and this is a rough cut of all my photos. So for this, if I just wanna unmark photos that I don't want to use as part of my favorites, I just use 0, and 0 is for to clear the color class. So I like this one. I like close shots. This one too. Okay, I like that one here. So I'm just gonna pick a few just for the sake of this video. And that's another video I'll be going over in how to compose and frame your shots, especially if you're shooting people. So frame is important to your shots as well. I like that one. Okay, so let me just... Okay, so now I have 6. Okay, so now I have narrowed down my favorites. So what I'll do is I'll hit Command A, and then File, and I do a copy move. Okay. Okay, so now you can choose to rename it if you want. Normally I do because I want to be able to see that that these are my just the teasers. So I just put Jeremy Afroa teasers. So that's a client name, and you can rename the file any way you want. And then I just check to make sure that the sequence is starts at 1. So that's good, and you can see here there's a preview of what the rename files will be. Okay, so Camerabits. Okay, and then on the destination, depending on your workflow strategy, you can copy and paste it or move it to the original folder, or you can create a subfolder from that main folder structure, or you can copy to a folder that you pick on your drive. But just for me, I just put always pick destination because I want to be able to just drill down to the designated folders that I like. So I know it's a bit tedious because you always have to do this every time you export. That's just me, but again, you can pick any option you want here. So as it copies, and then I just choose the drive that I wish. Okay, holiday mini session and Jeremy. Okay, so now I have the raw files here, and what I will do is, because these are still raw files and it's not converting to JPEG, although you can through Photomechanic, but that's not ideal. That's where you're gonna introduce a Lightroom to do your edits. So for here, I just put raw teasers and or raw favorites. So that way I know that this is the folder that I will be using to use Lightroom. So I just create, and then I hit open, and then we'll just copy that over. Okay, so it automatically opens up a new tab on Photomechanic. So for Photomechanic, we're done. So I'm gonna move over to Lightroom.